I'm your host, and today I want to dive into a fascinating conversation I had with Colonel Drew Miller, the founder of Fortitude Ranch and collapse survivor. This interview was packed with insights on preparedness, survival, and the current state of our nation. So let's get right into it. Colonel Drew Miller is not just another prepper. He's a former Air Force intelligence officer with a deep understanding of the threats we face. He's also the founder of Fortitude Ranch, a network of survival-oriented properties across the United States, and the Collapse Survivor app, which offers realistic simulations to help you prepare for potential crises. One of the key points Colonel Miller made is that the state of preparedness in America has improved significantly over the past decade. When he first started Fortitude Ranch, people often laughed at the idea of prepping, but recent events, especially the violence and looting we saw in cities like Portland, have made more people realize the importance of being ready for the unexpected. Colonel Miller also shared his thoughts on the current political climate. He believes that the country is deeply divided, and the possibility of states seceding is very real. For example, he mentioned that if Biden wins again, Texas and other conservative states might secede. On the other hand, if Trump wins, liberal-dominated states like California, Oregon, and Nevada might split into smaller, more manageable regions. This division is not just about political differences. It's about fundamental disagreements on issues like gun control and social policies. One of the most intriguing parts of the interview was our discussion about the Collapse Survivor app. This app offers weekly simulations that put you in the middle of a crisis, forcing you to make decisions that could mean the difference between life and death. For instance, you might face a scenario where a starving woman with a child is at your door, and you have to decide whether to help her or be cautious of a potential trap. These simulations are designed to be hyper-realistic, drawing on the expertise of former military intelligence officers. We also talked about the threat of artificial intelligence, AI, being misused by bad actors. Colonel Miller emphasized that the real danger isn't from AI becoming self-aware and turning against us, but from people using AI to develop more effective weapons, viruses, and cyber attacks. He gave an example of a scenario where AI was used to develop a more efficient method of enriching uranium, leading to nuclear attacks in major U.S. cities. Another critical point he made is that the government is often an obstacle to preparedness. For example, they ban wood stoves in many areas, making it difficult for people to heat their homes during a collapse. They also make it hard to stockpile essential supplies, like antibiotics, and to build defensive structures on your property. This regulatory burden can be a significant barrier to survival. Colonel Miller also shared his thoughts on the Fortitude Ranch community. Unlike luxury survival condos, which can cost millions, Fortitude Ranch is designed to be affordable for the middle class. The idea is to create a community where people can come together to survive a collapse, with trained staff, defensive positions, and essential resources like food, water, and medical supplies. We wrapped up the interview by discussing the importance of the Second Amendment and the natural right to self-defense. Colonel Miller believes that Americans will not give up their weapons, especially in a collapse situation where they are essential for survival. He also mentioned that the Ninth Amendment, which recognizes natural rights not explicitly listed in the Constitution, is often overlooked, but crucial in this context. If you're interested in learning more, you can check out Colonel Miller's websites, collapsesurvivor.com and fortituderanch.com. The Collapse Survivor app is available for free for the first month, and then it's just $10 per year. It's a valuable tool for anyone serious about preparedness. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found this interview as enlightening as I did. Remember, the key to survival is being prepared, and resources like the Collapse Survivor app can make a significant difference. Stay safe, stay informed, and God bless. Until next time, take care.
This has been a BrightLearn.ai summary of an interview between Colonel Drew Miller and Mike Adams on March 27, 2024. The full interview is available at brighteon.com, where you can also find podcasts and special reports by Mike Adams and other creators. Visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage of this interview and breaking news on critical stories that will keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.